Today I messed up by using dishwashing liquid for washing vegetables. It's dangerous. So for context, last year I was in the ICU for almost a month and nearly died from leptospirosis, which I contracted from the pet rats I used to have. So stupid me, and my trauma has been washing vegetables with dishwashing liquid. Last night some got inside the vegetables used for my shakshuka, and I ended up in the bathroom trying to vomit but unable to, with a stomach ache from the depths of Hades, and was ready to call 911. Thankfully, it passed relatively quickly because they were residues as the vegetables were thoroughly rinsed, but even those can cause havoc in the body. And stupid me also didn't research the proper way to clean veggies, and thought that it would help in at least removing bacteria. Turns out it doesn't do freaking crap, and I almost ended up in the ER. Just sharing my story and hoping that it will serve as a word of caution for anyone who does such foolishness. Rinsing the vegetables with fresh water or using a special vegetable cleaning solution is enough. Today I messed up by asking my BF for a pic. It wasn't exactly me who flew, but I'm so nervous about this I want to vent. My BF has been away for a couple of weeks for a work team building thing. We were talking on the phone and we're talking about this rash that he had on his nether region since before he left. He was telling me it still looks weird, so I told him to text me a photo of it so I could take a look. A few moments later I hear screaming and he tells me he accidentally sent it to the group chat they made for this team building thing. In it are 2 company people and about 16 guys from his program, luckily only 1 girl. He deleted it for everyone on WhatsApp immediately, and thankfully it appears that only one of the guys saw it and was cool about it. I have a bit of guilt since I was the one who asked for it. It was late night, so hopefully almost everyone was sleeping. How fucked is he? Edit. Thank you all for your reassuring comments. I honestly just am so heartbroken for him. Imagine you are at a new country bonding with your new teammates at your new job, and this happens to you, and I can't be by his side, and he'll just have to let the night pass and see what happens. Anyway, we power through. Today I messed up not knowing what the word nonce means. Obligatory not today, but some time ago. When I was around 25, I had no idea what the word nonce meant. I presumed it was a synonym for coward or wimp. I made a comment about someone else that they should stop being a nonce, and they were furious, and someone asked me why the hell I would say that. I said what I thought it meant, and they explained it meant pedo. I apologized profusely and explained my stupidity, and everyone laughed and moved on. But that isn't all. The real fudge up is that I can think of at least one time a few months prior where I am pretty sure I referred to myself as one. I was having stitches removed after surgery on my back. I warned the nurse to ignore me if I whimper. I'm just being meaning to say wimp. Now I know why she was pulling on those stitches so hard. It will forever haunt me that I have no idea throughout my life how or when I've used this word wrong. Edit. I am British. It is a British thing. It is common knowledge here, so I am a bit silly for it. Today I messed up by trying to moral police my cousin's arcade theft and starting a family war. So, the other day we hit up the arcade, right? Me, my wife, my sibling, who can be a real piece of work sometimes, and my little cousin, who's around 12. Arcade was the usual, and we managed to win a decent chunk of tickets. Then came the gift shop, which, you know, is basically a magnet for kids with sticky fingers. We were all distracted, trying to figure out if any of the cheap toys were worth our mountain of tickets. It wasn't until later, when we were leaving, that I saw my little cousin happily eating a chocolate bar. I just casually asked where she got it, and her answer was super vague. Turns out, while we were busy with the ticket counter, she'd slipped it into her pocket without paying. So, being the responsible adult, or so I thought, I pulled her aside and was like, "Hey, you gotta take that back. You can't just take stuff without paying. Simple, right? Wrong." Instead of, agreeing that stealing is bad, my other cousins, my own sibling, and even my wife were all just super chill about it. "Oh, it's just a chocolate," they said, and then they actually started sharing it. I was standing there, completely dumbfounded. I was already annoyed, but I figured I'd deal with it later, when it was less of a public spectacle. Enter family dinner. I tried to have a calm, quiet word with my cousin about why taking the chocolate was wrong, trying to explain the whole honesty thing. And that's when my sibling just completely lost his damn mind. Out of nowhere, he's screaming at me. Like, full on, veins popping out of his neck screaming, telling me to shut the fudge up, and throwing around all sorts of lovely insults. We were legit about 2 seconds away from throwing down in the middle of dinner. Seriously, the tension was insane. Honestly, the whole thing just blindsided me. I was trying to do the right thing, teach my cousin a basic lesson, and suddenly I'm public enemy number one, getting verbally assaulted by my own sibling while everyone else just watched. I got super emotional, felt totally unsupported, and just went back to my room. So yeah, just decided to mind my own business from now on.